Hello everybody, and I just want to make this video because I've seen the immense amount of just misinformation going around from these huge YouTubers just deciding to randomly post as soon as something happens without actually letting it actually go by and really assessing the situation. And from that, like I've said before, there's been a ton of misinformation, and I just wanted to make this video to explain the situation and clear up all this misinformation that people are talking about, because a lot of it is just unreasonably untrue. So make sure you guys like the video, because huge YouTubers are fear-mongering and just putting out misinformation, and this really needs to get out to those people, because some of those people are just thinking of the wrong things and are really scared for no reason. And of course, go and check out my other videos. I talk about these situations all the time, and I always bring factual information, or at least I try to, and I clear it up if I don't. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So basically, if you guys have been on the internet at all inside of the Roblox community, you've definitely heard of this ban wave going around. So there's been speculations that this ban wave is because of a Roblox staff member that got fired and just decided to ban a bunch of people. Of course, that's unreasonably untrue. That didn't happen at all. What did happen was Roblox has been saving up users over time and collecting them all into a user database, which yesterday, from the day of upload, they all banned at once. Now, because of this, it struck fear into the entire community. Everybody was literally so scared to even join Roblox because they didn't want to get terminated forever, get a 3-day ban, or get a 1-day ban. Now, there were so many people who got falsely banned, but just joining Roblox would not have affected your ban at all. Of course, there was a chance that it could have affected your ban, but that was only if you're using something like an FPS Locker. Of course, these are allowed on Roblox, and what an FPS Locker is basically caps your FPS, so it basically helps you with your frame rate, and it makes your game run smoother. Now, personally, I would not even suggest using one of these, but they are allowed on Roblox, but that could have also triggered you to get banned into the ban wave. I think it's okay to use one now, but I would just be careful using one if you are going to. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is all allegations and speculations. So basically, the reason I think some of these people got banned falsely, and there's been situations like somebody's little sister got banned that was 5, which of course they never used exploits and they still got banned. So the reason I think they may have gotten banned is because inside of some of these synapses and exploits, you can type in people's name to do stuff to them, like fling them or something, and that might have caused them to get banned and their name to put inside of the system. Now, of course, take that with a grain of salt, because that could not be true, and that's just speculation. And of course, clearing up some misinformation, Green Low Cats put out a video on this, and you could tell it was obviously kind of rushed because it was pretty short, if I'm being honest. And inside of it, he says that people who use Synapse were targeted. Now, that is not true at all. And I don't like Synapse. I don't like any exploiting program in general. I don't really exploit on Roblox, but it was not targeting Synapse users. It was targeting all exploiters, from the $50 exploits to the $0 exploits. Everyone who exploited was targeted and put into this database to get banned. Now, of course, Synapse did put a statement out on their Discord, and I got this from Fave's video, and it basically says that less than 20% of users are reported banned, and within this 20%, over 85% use another exploit. And of course, they're probably just lying on some of this. They might be, they might not. However, I do think if you had used one of these exploits, you had a high chance of getting banned, and especially if you used a free exploit, you had a higher chance of getting banned. Now, I would suggest using no exploits, because then you will have a 0 chance of getting banned, or at least a significantly lower chance, to where it's so small that it doesn't even matter. Of course, there are these one-off cases like the one I mentioned before, but those are just one-off cases, and most of the time it doesn't happen. And of course, everybody on Twitter was talking about this as per usual, and you can just see all these banned messages, and some of them don't even make any sense, because if you check this one out that I have up on screen, it says, "This is your final warning. Your account has been suspended for continuing to violate our terms of use by exploiting." But the account is not suspended, it's completely terminated and deleted. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I think it's personally because of the ban wave, and since it is a ban wave, all these messages were identical that got sent out just by bots. And of course, the way to tell if you were inside of the ban wave is because if your time is literally the exact same as every other single time inside of the ban wave and all these ban messages, then you probably weren't inside of the ban wave, because most bans, of course, are manual and not just a ban wave. And of course, I saw another post from a YouTuber with a ton of subscribers, pretty much 100,000, and they had 12,000 views, and it was just completely wrong. They were talking about how this ban wave got completely reverted, when actually it never even changed at all. Everybody who got banned is still banned unless they got banned falsely and reported it to Roblox. And of course, the best way to report it is just to send an email to Roblox, and if you were actually unfairly banned, then they will unban you. And of course, you can expect this to take a little bit longer because of the stuff recently going around and because there's so many messages that they have coming in. And of course, the reason there's so much misinformation, at least this is why I think so, is because people are trying to get this video out as fast as possible to get as many views as possible, and that just causes a ton of misinformation, and that's never really that good to do. However, I could understand doing it just to get the word out, but there has been some fear mongering going around, which I do not support at all. This is not that big of a deal. Not that many people got banned that shouldn't have, and really you should not be worried anymore at all about the ban wave. Because what really scared these people, because everybody who plays Roblox, or at least most people who play Roblox, the age is pretty low, so what scared most of these people were people like, Kitten putting on Discord and tweeting out that I would suggest not playing on Roblox, there's a ban wave going on, and it's terminating people falsely, which really scared a ton of people and was not that good to do, and you probably should never do that because it just makes people scared for no reason. Because then you have people just like avoiding Roblox completely, not wanting to join any servers, and just extremely scared to play Roblox. And speaking on exploiters, personally, I just don't think it's that wrong to exploit depending on what you're doing. So if you're just trying to get an advantage over people instead of just normal games, then that would be exploiting, and that would be bad exploiting, and I would not support that. However, if you're exploiting, like, for instance, getting voice chat into the game, which is really cool, and stuff like putting a TV inside of the game, like when Flamingo made a video on it. Personally, I think that's really cool, and that's good exploiting, and that should be done. However, stuff like just trying to get an advantage over people is not right, and you should not do that if you're exploiting. And if you do that, you deserve to get banned. And if you did exploit and actually got terminated, I suggest not trying to appeal it, because there's people who actually didn't exploit at all and are having to wait for this because people are exploiting. And of course, ban waves like this happen all the time, and most of the time they do not get blown up to this proportion. But the reason I think this got blown up so bad is because this had a saved up database of players from like 6 months ago. So that's probably the reason why it got blown up so much, and it's probably gonna be another one in 6 months, and I do not think it's gonna be this big, at least hopefully not, so people aren't this scared. Because trust me, when I say this blew up, this actually blew up so heavily. So many people were talking about it. There was even posts on TikTok of all things, and on Twitter, it was just crazy. So I do not think it will ever get this big. However, just don't be worried next time if you were worried this time. Also, this ban wave got rid of a ton of the bot followers, so most of your followers, if you have just random bots from a couple months ago, are all deleted now, which is actually really good. So a ton of exploiters are off Roblox, so this ban wave is not all bad, and Roblox did help a ton of people. So in the end, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys liked the video if you enjoyed, and if this cleared up a lot of stuff for you. And of course, don't add popular YouTubers. Ask them to get you unbanned or help you get unbanned, because most of them do not have connections with Roblox at all, and some of them don't even know people who work at Roblox. So do not even try to contact huge YouTubers, adding them on Twitter, because I'm pretty sure you find it extremely annoying. So just don't in the end. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn notifications, follow me on Twitter, and join my Discord down below for news like this instantly. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.
Got my eyes on a computer screen, trying to work my digits in. I fidget with my lettering, but never with my sentences. I pause and check the clock, and it appears at 6 a.m. again. Another night wasted or another day finished, and my mind is steady running in place. I don't want to fall asleep, cause I got so much to say, but I don't want to stay awake and keep exhaustion.